This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Tuesday, July 25th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. Direct primary care, which eliminates the insurance middleman, may be unfamiliar to Hoosiers, but expanding the healthcare model is the mission of two Indianapolis entrepreneurs. Chris Habig co-founded Freedom HealthWorks and says two market forces are driving growth: physician burnout and patient frustration.
A lot of the times hospitals are doing our job for us by driving out talented physicians and really abusing it from the employee workplace standpoint. So, we're firmly on the side that we need more doctors doing this. And so the happier our physicians are, the better off we're going to be.
The company opened its first Freedom Doc clinic in Zionsville with another in Batesville on the way. A daily patient load for a Freedom HealthWorks doctor is 6 to 8 patients, says Habig, compared to a doctor working within a hospital system who sees 20 to 40 people per day. Instead of paying for a traditional health insurance plan, patients using the DPC model pay their physician directly, typically a flat monthly fee. Mainstream Fiber Networks in Nashville was recently approved as a provider of the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. The program allows Mainstream to offer discounts, lowering internet costs up to $30 per month for customers in 8 southern Indiana counties. Taco Bell Cantina, a fast food concept that brings together alcohol-infused drinks and Crunchwrap burritos, is expected to open in downtown Indianapolis. The former location of Sugar Fire Smokehouse Restaurant has been leased for a Taco Bell Cantina, though an expected opening date is not known. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting.
A longtime Central Indiana business leader has died. IIB's Kate Sharon has more.
Jerry Semler, who spent almost a quarter century in executive leadership at American United Life Insurance Company and served as a board director for a multitude of Central Indiana civic, business, charitable, and arts organizations, died Monday at age 86. A cause of death was not immediately available. Semler started his career at AUL, now One America Financial Partners, as a management trainee in 1959 and rose through the ranks to become president in 1980, chief operating officer in 1984, CEO in 1989, and chairman of the board in 1991. He retired from executive leadership at the company in 2004, but retained the title of chairman emeritus. The company, known for its 89-story downtown headquarters, saw assets grow from $1.4 billion to more than $14 billion during Semler's 24 years of executive leadership, as the company grew to employ more than 2,000 people. He was named Business Leader of the Year by the Indiana Chamber in 2004. Over the years, Semler served as a chairman for the boards of Visit Indy, the Center for Leadership Development, and the Indiana Chamber of Commerce, among many others. Kate Sharon, Inside Indiana Business, Radio.
Noblesville's plan to build a new arena for the developmental league team of the Indiana Pacers has been updated with a new location. The Board of Public Works and Safety this morning approved a bid proposal from Westfield-based Patch Development to build the facility in Noblesville's Innovation Mile corridor, located between 141st Street and Interstate 69. Noblesville Mayor Chris Jensen said the bid would allow the project to be a bigger economic driver than what would have come from a standalone fieldhouse at the originally planned location at Finch Creek Park. The venue will be the new home of the G League team, currently known as the Mad Ants, though a new team name will be chosen. For the first time in 16 years, the city of Greenwood is developing a comprehensive plan it says will serve as a blueprint for the future. The plan, which is expected to take a year to put together, will prioritize the expansion of the city's eastern corridor and reinvestment in mature areas of the city. Greenwood Planning Director Gabe Nelson said the time is right for a new plan, and not just because of how much time has passed since the last one.
Another part is just due to the changing world we live in and the changes that Greenwood's gone through. We've seen really a pretty big upswing in population for the city of Greenwood. We're a much different city than we were just a few years ago. And with that, we're also starting to see a lot of people trying to annex east of the city into the city of Greenwood. So we want to get out ahead of those annexations and start planning for whatever that growth might look like.
The city is partnering with Indianapolis-based HWC Engineering to create the plan. Northwest Indiana's commuter rail improvements continue to move forward. Lakeshore Public Radio's Michael Gallenberger reports.
The project to double-track the South Shore line between Gary and Michigan City is almost 79% complete. Northern Indiana Commuter Transportation District President Mike Nolan says testing is currently underway on the Dune Park to Michigan City section, and it should reopen soon.
You have to make sure that it's safe for commuter operations. We're working on that right now.
The full second track is scheduled to enter service next May. The new Westlake Corridor branch from Hammond to Dyer is facing some challenges. Discussions with CSX regarding overpasses for the new line have slowed down the project, while environmental remediation in North Hammond and improvements requested by local communities have raised the cost by about $27 million. Still, Nolan says those increases were not unexpected, and the project is now about 35% complete. For Lakeshore News, I'm Michael Gallenberger.
WGU Indiana Chancellor Allison Bell is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.